Back. Nice to see you. I think we usually start out by just going in circle and sharing how many weeks along postpartum you are or how old your baby is, and just how you're feeling today. Just sharing, something that you might want to work on or what you're going through with your baby right now and kind of, just how you're showing up today. So, hi, welcome. So let's get started. I guess let's get started with Lauren and Alden.
Okay, this is Alden. He's 6 months and almost a week, and he's working on all sorts of amazing things, and I'm working on keeping up with him in terms of back pain. And other than that, things are pretty good. I'm learning to deal with the fact that I used to be able to pack my bags and go out the door in 10 minutes, and now we're going away for the weekend, and he requires 10 times more stuff than I ever did. So that's a weirdness for me. But other than that, we're good.
Thank you, Lauren. How about Amy?
Hi, I'm Amy. I have a 3-week-old. Oh, do you want to show? This is Liam. He's sleeping right now.
Oh.
So we're gonna let him stay there. And let's see, it's been a little bit easier the second time around. I think it took me 5 or 6 weeks to make it to baby yoga with the older one, but definitely getting a little bit of the back pain and hoping for reminders on the stretches on that front.
Thank you, Amy. Let's see, Susanna.
Hi, this is Izzy, and she is 12 weeks tomorrow. She is tired right now, so she's fussy, so she'll only make it through introductions. But I'm feeling tight all over. I've been doing some exercises with my women's health PT, and so I'm feeling that kind of back my legs, glutes, definitely upper back, up through neck. Yeah, I think a good stretch all over.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
And then is it Desiree or Des? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Des. Adelaide is napping, so I'm going to leave her there. My low back on my right hip side is tight, and as always, my left calf is tight.
Okay. Lots to work on today. We'll get there. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, let's see. Let's get started in child's pose. You might like to have a blanket under the knees for some extra support or cushion. Oh, I think somehow. Okay. Reaching the arms forward, or maybe you like to overlap the backs of the hands. Take a deep breath into the lower back. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, sighing out through the mouth. Walk the hands over to the right side. C-curve the spine over to the right. Maybe left hand comes on top of the right. Inhaling, hands walk back to center. Hold in center for one breath. Exhale, hands walk over to the left, second side. Inhale, hands walk back to center. Pausing for 2 breaths. Allowing your breath to release any tension in the low back. Inhale forward into tabletop. Hands are underneath shoulders, knees stacked under the hips for cat-cow or Marjariasana. Inhale, chin lifts up, belly down, cow. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, cat. Inhale, cow, chin up, belly down. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, round the back. Continue with your own breath. Gently undulating the spine. Inhale, coming back to center, to neutral. Bring the knees out wide, almost the mat distance apart, and come down onto the forearms, stacking the backs of the palms or stacking fists. Bring the forehead down onto the hands. Gently rotate your hips, making either circles of the hips or figure eights of the hips. Releasing the pelvic floor, massaging the low back. Reverse your rotation. We'll do 5 rounds of horse lips as you exhale, vibrating the lips with one another. Inhale to prepare. When you are complete, settling back in child's pose, big toes together, knees out wide. Taking a moment to turn inward, notice if you feel any sensations in the pelvic floor and lower back. Inhale, coming forward into tabletop. Step the right foot back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Press back through the heel, stretching out the calf. Inhale, left arm reaches forward. You might keep the right foot down on the mat, or maybe you float the right heel up off of the mat as you hug the navel towards the spine. Exhale, lowering the hand and knee down, coming back to tabletop. Inhale, open the right knee out to the side, like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Exhale, knees come together. Inhale, knee opens out to the side. Exhale, knees together. 3 more times. And when you are complete, coming back to tabletop, walking the hands forward, puppy dog pose, chest releases down to the mat, chin or forehead come down. Inhale, walking the hands back under you, finding tabletop once more, stepping the left foot back, coming onto the ball of the left foot, pressing back through the heel to stretch out the calf. Inhale, maybe the right arm floats forward, and maybe the left heel lifts up off the mat. Exhale, hand and knee come down. Inhale, left knee opens out to the side. Exhale, knees together. 4 more times. When you are complete, making your way down onto the belly for Sphinx pose. Inhale, lifting the chest and chin up off the mat as the elbows come underneath the shoulders. Hey, no bark. Kennel. Lay down. Sorry. Hands open out, slightly wider than shoulder distance apart. Shining your heart forward as you press through the tops of your feet. Exhale, releasing down to the mat. One cheek comes down. Gently rock your hips from side to side, or maybe you bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet from side to side. Bugs. Kennel. Good. Reach the right arm out to the side as the legs lengthen down to the mat. Left hand comes to the left shoulder. Press yourself up onto the right side of the body. You're stretching out the front of the right shoulder as the left leg comes behind the right. Maybe the right arm opens up behind you, circling the right arm behind the back. Exhale, coming down onto the belly. Left arm extends out to the side, second side, rolling onto the left side of your body as the right leg crosses behind the left. Maybe you open the right arm behind the body, circling behind the back. Exhale, coming down onto the belly. Hands come beside the low ribs, pressing up and back into child's pose. Tucking the toes under, lifting the hips and heels, make your way into downward facing dog as we pedal out the feet, bending alternate knees. You might nod the head yes, nod the head no. Exhale, finding tabletop. Inhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Squaring the hips towards the front of your mat. Inhale, open the right arm up to the sky, twisted lunge. Circling out the top arm, massaging the shoulder. Reverse your rotation. Exhale, right hand comes down to frame the front foot. Reach the hips back as you lengthen through the right leg, half Hanuman or half splits. If you have blocks, this is a great place to use them. You're lengthening the right leg, right hip reaches back, left hip reaches forward. Exhale, bending the front knee, low lunge. Inhale, tabletop. And then exhale, left foot forward, low lunge, second side. Squaring the hips towards the front of your mat. Left foot is forward. Inhale, left arm reaches up, twisted lunge. Circling out the top arm. Good. Reverse your rotation. Exhale, left arm comes down, low lunge. Inhale, reach the hips back, half Hanuman. Left hip reaches back, right hip squares to the front. Exhale, bending the left knee, low lunge. Inhale, step the right foot forward, forward fold at the front of your mat. You might take alternate elbows and ragdoll. Maybe you take the shins, ankles, or feet. Allow your head to hang completely weightless. Maybe you nod the head yes, nod the head no. Inhale to halfway lift as the hands come to the tops of the knees. Exhale, sitting the hips back. Inhale, reach the arms up, coming to stand, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. We'll come into a few balancing poses. If you need more support, you can find a coffee table or a wall to hold on to. So finding a focal point or a drishti, hands might be on the hips or holding on to something, bending both knees. Weight comes into the right foot. As you lift the left knee, left ankle comes to the top of the right knee. Exhale, sitting the hips back as if you were in chair. You're hinging forward from the hips. You should feel this on the outside of the left hip. Hands might come into prayer. Inhale, standing up tall, lifting the left knee up. Exhale, floating the foot down. Second side. Maybe wiggling at the hips a little bit. Finding your focal point. Inhale, right knee lifts up, bending both knees. Right ankle to left knee. Exhale, sitting the hips back as you hinge from the hips. Maybe hands come to heart center. Inhale, standing up tall, floating the knee up. Exhale, releasing the hands and foot down. The next pose, just be mindful of how far you want to take your practice today for dancer pose. So bringing the weight into the left foot, bending the right knee, taking the hand to the foot behind the back. You might just stay here and stretch the quad just like this. Or for some of you, you might reach the left arm forward as you hinge from the hips, pressing the foot into the hand, opening through the front of the shoulder. Be mindful of how far you want to take your practice today. If you need to be restorative and restful, take care of yourself. Exhale, releasing the foot and hand down, coming to stand tall. Rock your hips from side to side. Take a deep inhale, reaching the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, shoulders roll down the back. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, shoulders roll back twice more. And dancer pose, second side, finding your focal point. Hands might come onto the hips as you lift the left foot up. Left hand to left foot. Maybe you just stay here and stretch the quad, or maybe you reach the right arm forward as you hinge from the hips, pressing the foot into the hand. Exhale, releasing the hand and foot down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold, releasing over the legs. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind the back, allowing the shoulders to rinse out overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the front of the mat, making your way down into tabletop, and from table to find a seat. You might like to have a pillow or a cushion to prop your hips up on. Reaching the legs out wide. Inhale, sitting up tall, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, hinging forward, keeping the back flat. If you have low back pain, it's nice to keep your back flat, reaching your heart forward as if you had a string pulling your chest forward. If you have no low back pain, you can round the back, drawing the forehead towards the ground. And if you're, I'm just remembering now, we have someone who's fairly new. You can keep the legs closer together if your baby is very new. That can be more comfortable. Especially if you're 6 weeks or less. Inhale, walking the hands back towards the body, bending the right knee, left leg extends. Shoulders face your bent knee. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, hinging towards your extended leg. Maybe circling out the top arm. And you might find as you circle a certain sweet spot, maybe you stay in that spot. Or you might reverse your rotation. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, coming to sit up tall, lengthening the right leg as the left knee bends, second side. Shoulders face your bent knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, hinging towards your extended leg. Maybe circling out the top arm. Reverse your rotation. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, coming to sit up tall. Bringing the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose. Feet are about 1 foot distance from the sit bones. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can also just extend the legs out long in front if butterfly pose doesn't feel good for you. Hands can take the shins, ankles, or feet. Inhale, sitting up tall, reaching through the crown. Exhale, hinging forward. You might press the elbows on the insides of the thighs to open through the groin. Inhale to sit up tall. And make your way down to lie on the back, hugging the knees into the belly, gently rocking from side to side. Head might look in the opposite direction as the knees. Feet come down on the mat next to the sit bones, as close to the sit bones as you can get. Feet are hip distance apart, palms face down. Do a few pelvic undulations as you exhale. Hug the navel towards the spine, feeling the lower back come flat on the mat. As you inhale, release the lower back, feeling the natural curvature lift. Exhale, hugging the navel to spine. Inhale, release. 3 more times with your own breath. This is a great practice for strengthening your pelvic floor and bringing it into alignment. You can do this in a chair. Exhale, hug the navel to the spine, half bridge. Inhale, lifting the hips up towards the sky as you roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind the back, bringing the spine completely up off the mat. Exhale, releasing the hands out to the sides, gently rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. Bring the feet mat distance wide, windshield wipering the knees from side to side. Feet come back to hip distance apart for one more round of half bridge. Palms face down next to the hips. Exhale, hug the navel to the spine. Inhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Exhale, releasing the hands out to the sides, gently rolling down one vertebra at a time. Feet come wide, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Bring the right ankle to the top of the left knee. Figure 4, threading the hands through behind the left thigh, drawing the left knee towards you as the right knee presses away from you. You might rock your hips from side to side. Exhale, releasing the foot down. Hands come out to the sides in a T shape, allowing the legs to fall over to the left for a gentle twist. Right hand might come to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, coming back to center, keeping the left knee bent. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Hands come behind the right thigh. Some of you might just keep the left knee bent. Some of you might extend the left leg down onto the mat as you hug your right leg towards the body, stretching the back of the right leg. Bending the right knee, hugging the right knee into the belly. If you haven't already, extend the left leg long on the mat, wind relieving pose. Releasing the right foot down, left ankle crosses to the top of the right knee, figure 4, second side. Threading the hands through behind the right thigh as you press the left knee away from you. Releasing the hands out to the sides, legs fall over to the right, finding a gentle twist, second side. Right hand might come to the outside of the left knee as you look over your left shoulder. Coming back to center, Keeping the left knee bent, extend the right leg up to the sky. Hands come behind the left thigh as you draw the left leg towards the body. Maybe the right leg extends long on the mat. Exhale, bending the left knee. When relieving pose, second side, hugging the left knee into the body. Right leg is flat on the mat. Hugging both knees into the belly one more time. Gently rocking from side to side. Releasing the feet down to the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees open out to the sides. Soles of the feet are touching the mat for a reclined butterfly pose. You might like to have one hand on the heart space, one hand on the belly, or maybe you halo the arms up over the head, opening the chest. Bringing the knees up towards one another. Knees come to touch. Heel toe the feet away from each other so the knees are tenting inward. And when you're ready, making your way into a restorative pose. Maybe you like corpse pose, just lengthening the legs down on the mat. Maybe you prefer bringing the legs up the wall. Maybe you like to lie on the left side. Allowing yourself to have just a few minutes to integrate all of the hard work that you have done. Turning your focus inward to the breath. Feel the air as it enters in through your nostrils. And feel the air as it leaves through your nostrils. bringing your awareness back into the body, wiggling the fingers and toes. Make your way back up to a comfortable seat. We'll close our practice with 3 rounds of honeybee breath, or the Brahmari breath. And this is a great technique for releasing stress and bringing the body into a deeper state of relaxation. So to do this, you'll just make the M sound in Om, bringing the tongue to touch the teeth. And if you can, try to bring the fingertips over the eyelids, creating a dark space. We'll inhale to prepare, and then use the thumbs to cover the earlobes as you do 3 rounds of Brahmari breath. Sitting up tall, inhale to prepare, and begin. Releasing the hands down into the lap. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. Gathering hands at heart center. We'll close our practice with 3 Oms. Inhaling to prepare. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're all feeling better and low backs are feeling good and hamstrings are feeling good. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye.